Here's Hogue. Those foul problems can't get going just yet. It's his way down to the baseline, can't convert.
I love that from Jim McCall. I'm down the other end.
That literally was like under 13 play. Under 13's defense right there.
For real.
Here's Franks against Hogues, playing with 3 fouls, and he elects to fire.
I want to get his 4th, and he bails him out because he's frustrated he hasn't got enough shots up.
Karen hands over. Sunday Ditch baseline. Switches to the left hand from close for Wartenberg. His shot is off the mark. So the first 96 half-time. Elliott play. High percentage finish there from KAI SOTTO, who gets his first point since quarter time.
And Cairns Taipans need to pick the ball up higher.
Adelaide back in front. There's McCall. This fires. Sunday Ditch. Franks joining in. Karen on the other wing. SOTTO the trailer.
Great job there from Shannon Scott to front. Robert Franks got the ball now. I'll tell you what, I might not have caught it, but down the other end. So they're going to go under to Jim McCall wherever.
Find Franks early in this game. What Cairns need to do is continue to play the same defense on him that they were playing.
Here's Scott. Handing over, slow pass. Waterberg bounces into KAI SOTTO, who's going to be called for the foul. Leads him to foul out of the game. Brisbane has 7 different players who have fouled out, which is the most. Cairns has 9 occasions where a player has fouled out, which is the most. McCarron in the open court, nothing on offer there. Franks wide open, comes up with a triple. Adelaide has scored 7 unanswered points to start the second half.
Great run as well by KAI SOTTO, running to the rim, brings the defense. Corrects Robert Franks that easy look. He doesn't run that hard. Robert Franks is not open for that, not that wide open for that 3.
The Adelaide third
He's fighting to stay in the playing tournament or get to the playing tournament or get in top 2.
I know something you both don't know.
Oh, what?
Perth Wildcats run home is the hardest.
Well,
is the hardest.
they're going to have their hands full then as Wartenberg misfires.
Here's Cleveland, Ian Clark as well. They're obviously really happy with the way that they've started this half, as they will be there. But the message from CJ just then was don't let momentum and put our foot down.
Well, they've scored 9 unanswered points out of half-time. 3.5 minutes played, and finally Cairns get their first.
The numbers there, Corey. I want to hear it.
Hold on, let me see what's going to happen right here before I go to my
McCarron from the foul line, off the mark. Hogue, bounce passes, good one. Wartenberg just hustled out of the points, but is off to the front end.
Not care too much about games down the stretch. Well, if you're second or third, you're either trying to get to the top 2 and avoid the playing game, good finish there from Franks, or try and stay involved in the play.
Look, I'm a fan. I am a fan.
And you're not trying to.
I'm a fan of King Cotton. That's what I call him.
You're gonna annoy the Red Army here, aren't you?
However,
Oh boy. Oh boy.
however, the man is not in the top 4.
Oh, he's in the top 4.
Ladder.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I thought he was top 4.
It's great hands there from McCall as well, and he's got some advice for Franks.
Those 2 go way back. That's just having a good conversation. This is what you love to see. Take it personal.
Love it.
I think he said it was a weak move to Jim McCall. He got all ball. That is
For me to mention him.
Yeah, I'm with you. Team performance matters.
I don't necessarily agree with that theory, to be honest with you. The reigning Brownlow medalist didn't play finals this year.
Brownlow's not done the same way.
That's AFL.
Oh, nice finish. McCall fired up here.
His energy and intensity.
Drimmick, love pass. Touch finish, or tough, a little casual with it there, Antonius. And a chance for the Taipans to knock another one down, and they come good.
And everyone else is going to come along for the ride. That's what Ben Air does so well. Drimmick puts an end to that. That's a big 3 ball. What kind of... He's in some great form, Anthony Drimmick.
This quarter, after they uncorked 16 in a row. Middle stages of the second.
Every time Adelaide get that double digit.
And just quietly, a 54% free throw shooter has knocked down 5 of 5 in this game for Jim McCall. Daniel Johnson off the mark. Drimmick was there to keep it alive, and now goes back to DJ from closer range, and he adds the 2.
Good positioning. It's the 4th.
It's McCall taking them on and drawing a foul against Cleveland, who's now got 3.
Be that spark plug, and that's this man right here. Just a couple of layups.
his standards. None of 2 from deep, 1 of 6 from the field for DJ Hogue. Averages 17 a game to be 9th in the competition. Already without their leading scorer, Keanu Pinder, with injury. Averages 18 a game. That's a lot of points that someone else has to find for the Taipans. As Johnson against Bull Quoll in that mismatch. Can't get it done. Harris, great offensive rebound. And is sent to the floor by McCall.
The AFL, the rising star, you can win it multiple times if you're good enough to at that age. And just allow Sean McDonald to be in the conversation as Shane Scott.
The major break. Here he is down low. Lost control of it.
Great hustle from Sam Wardenberg.
Did well to keep it alive, Scott. They share it around in the corner. Antonio. A good look. Defense has done a good job of that, given that the leading rebounder in the competition is not with them tonight. Great stand by.
Well, all I know is that Andrew Gaze is test driving it for a month, and they set up the charging port at home. You're talking about residency or citizenship?
Residency first. One step at a time, baby.
So Adelaide on top here by 6. Inside the last 2 minutes of an entertaining third term. 4th spot on the NBL ladder up for grabs. The Sunday Dedge Pies. It's off the mark.
Full screen. You get nothing out of it.
Quiet at the offensive end since half-time. For the Taipans, they've added just 13 points in this quarter, and 6 of those have come from the free throw line. So Wardenberg, they're overdue from outside. But
Wardenberg getting on the glass right now. 6 rebounds after his 11-rebound game the other night.
Career high is 14. Here's Johnson, baseline, filling up for another 2. He's into double figure. Here's Scott in traffic, attracted plenty of attention, got Bull Quoll, a good look, good recovery from Clark there with a second effort.
Next year.
McCall from close range.
Offensive foul.
Not a team you want to play.
So shot clock is 9 seconds inside the game clock as we head toward three-quarter time in the second, and by as many as 7 in the first quarter. Worrying trend for the Taipans. They'd like to finish here with some momentum if they can. Kick the ball outside. They go to Ben Eyre, and he can't make it go. Three-quarter time arrives in Melbourne in the last quarter.
And they can do it, but what they're going to need is DJ Hogue to get going. He's got 2 points on the night, 1 of 6 from the field. That's a good start from Hiram Harris. Not from him.
15-3 is the run for Adelaide after it was tied at 51 apiece with 4.5 to play in the third. They roll it down to Hogue. 5 on the shot clock. He's forced into a tough one. Gets it done. Cleveland with it. Just 2 points for him since halftime as well. Works to the elbow. Fires. It's a user-friendly roll. And it's Cleveland. They'll do it carefully as well. McCall with 4 fouls starts the last quarter on the bench. Their field goal shooting just has escaped them here time since 2018 when they were on their way to the grand final. And here's Cleveland adding another 2.
Beautiful.
Really well done, Cleveland. He's launching himself. Skyle gets Franks involved, attracted plenty of attention, and they worried him out of the... Not only that, but the percentage as well, which could become crucial down the stretch as McCarron launches his triple. Oh, the bottom of the net, Mitch McCarron.
Shot clock running down.
Punching out to a game-high 17 here.
Oh, what a pass.
And inside from close range, Wardenberg just gets it done. He's into it, exploring, dances into the paint, beats Franks, who fires from the foul line, adds another 2. 9.7 boards for him.
For 1 in that first half.
Had 2 fouls. Here on Sunday. Needed 7 seconds to get across the halfway line. It's a lot of the travel in there, but it wasn't provided by Clark. 7 points on 3 or 4 shooting for him, and now he's into double figures.
And that's why he's...
Gaining 10 rebounds, leads the competition. He's out. Oh, but they were hoping big things from, and he's been restricted to 4 on a season average of 17. Shot clock rolls down into red numbers. He was patient, got a nice cut there from Shannon Scott, who continues to build this
when they're at full strength. Just to kind of take a bit of the pressure off Keanu Pinder.
Here's Clark, shot clock at 7 against Wardenberg. Gets it outside. Cleveland. The pass was on. He elected to fire, couldn't finish it. Scott tried to tap it to the advantage of Warden, lost by 11. So 4 of their 7 losses have been by single digits. Here's Hogue waving away Scott, wanting some room to work in against Johnson, who bumps him taking the shot.
Scott's potentially early in the first, but then he just goes away and it's too easy. That's a way to break the press. And in the fourth quarter, he
Did not touch the floor.
bit of netball. Can you tell me any netball rules?
I don't know any netball rules either.
Yeah, wherever you go for New Year's, get it requested. It's a new remix of it. Bang it.
Waterberg grabs the ball. The Taipans are making a move here. Scott adds another two. He's got 25. They're back to within 11. From double figures down to win. That's out of their 10 victories. Sounds the way they like it. And Adelaide by 11. They're using the clock to their advantage. Johnson to Franks. Shot clock to red numbers here against Hogue. Muscles up. Hogue's defensive margin to single digits. Hogue at both ends of the floor. It's a 9-point game.
Oh boy. Now,
That's great.
Oh no, I did a piece on it. I ended up using both as well.
Why not? Well, Adelaide had trouble closing out against Brisbane on Thursday night. And it got very interesting down the stretch. And again, they milked the clock here. Johnson against McCall, playing with 4 fouls. Shot clock to 2. Johnson's fall away off the mark from close range. Franks is fouled with a shot. A little closer. They started this quarter down 10. Scott hits them on and earns a trip to the free throw line. McCarron doesn't like the call. Pass. McCarron with his hands full here. McCall bustles his way in, adds another 2. He's got 17. And the Taipans are earlier this month. Cairns going to repeat the favour here. Drimmick wanted a foul. And Shannon Scott and Tajir McCall taking them on. And Tajir McCall's off to the free throw line again.
Just leaves it all. Knocking that ball off the rim.
In traffic, ball pass picked off by Ben Eyre. Hogue is overdue. Took down his first three of the night. And the Taipans are back.
Turns it straight over. DJ Hogue. They couldn't possibly.
Drimmick against Wardenberg in traffic. Offensive foul called on Anthony Drimmick. McCall getting here from the Taipans, and they're not done yet. They scored 16 unanswered points in that second quarter. And the Adnam and Franks had the answer, and McCall stayed down after the play as well. 5-on-4 fast break here for Adelaide.
McCall getting back now. That is an incredible athletic contest in the air. That's going to be a charge too.
Another charge.
Points waved away, and Adelaide's so nervous at the offensive.
Out of vibing, and all of a sudden it definitely feels like New Year's Eve again in here.
To finish the calendar year in the Hungry Jacks NBL, almost lost control. Shannon Scott's beaten the man, and he's the man right now to tie the ball game away with 90 seconds.
10-0 running this game.
Shot clock to single digits for Adelaide. Poor pass. Almost scooped up by Hogue. This is Franks. He's going to have to fire with a shot clock about to expire. He gets to the baseline and doesn't get it off in time.
What is going on? This is outstanding defense
In this last quarter.
This is normally the man in the fourth quarter.
Hogue gets to the rack, puts Cairns in front for the first time. Turnaround from the Cairns Taipans.
Here is Ian Clark, Corey. You asked for it. So it's probably a minute and a half late.
In the corner, Clark.
Put Ian Clark in the game.
Outrageous.
Clark has 8 points in this last quarter as well.
You can't.
Oh, who else?
And they do get a quick release.
Oh,
and knocking down the 3 on the biggest night of his career. Sixers trail by 2. Franks kicks outside to Clark. Scott right there with him. Moves inside the three-point line. Missed it by a long way.
They're going to foul. Adelaide are going to have to foul here.
McCarron realises that. They go to Wardenberg.
That's the man you want to foul. Although he's been good tonight. But this is unbelievable.
8 seconds, down 3. McCarron, well, the pass is a sticky one. Did well to get it. They get the open man they wanted, and the 3-ball is off the mark. Loose ball scramble here. McCall gets after it, and the Cairns Taipans have written one into the history books without